The biggest spotlight in basketball? The NBA Finals. It's where legends are made or completely exposed. Do you think pressure builds diamonds? Not always. Some players showed up and absolutely folded. We're talking 0 for 14 shooting in an NBA Finals game. A guy with a 1.3 per. 4 straight missed free throws that flipped an entire series. These aren't just off nights, they're all-time collapses. This isn't about who won, it's about who flat out failed when the moment was too big. So here's the real question. What does it say when the biggest game of your life turns into your worst? Hit that like and subscribe button, and let's break down the most pathetic finals performances ever. First up on the list is Henry Bibby's 1977 finals performance, which was an absolute showdown of inefficiency. Playing nearly 23 minutes a night for the Sixers, he delivered just 8.6 points, 3.3 assists, and 2.3 rebounds per game. Even worse, a woeful 42.4% shooting and a 29.3% mark from 3. His par? Just 7.4. Despite extended minutes, he couldn't create plays, break down defenses, or score consistently. Philly needed poise and direction at the point. Bibby gave them frustration. It's one thing to have an off night, but Bibby stretched that into a 6-game disappearance as Portland stormed back to win 4 straight and snatched the title. And Bibby wasn't even the only guard falling apart in the finals. The Sonics had a golden chance in 1978, leading 3-2 before falling flat. John Johnson, 38.2% shooting, 3 total free throw attempts on 68 shots, and a pitiful 38.9 true shooting percentage. Meanwhile, Dennis Johnson crumbled when it mattered most, going 0 for 14 in Game 7. He played 38 minutes and gave them just 4 points. They were supposed to control the tempo and deliver composure. Instead, they delivered bricks. The Sonics lost Game 6 by 35 points, then fumbled Game 7 at home. These 2 guards set the tone, and unfortunately, it was panic and poor execution. Still, they weren't the only players to vanish when their teams needed them the most. Michael Cooper gave the Lakers defense and hustle, but in the 1988 Finals, he gave them nothing else. In 25 minutes per game, Coop managed just 3.7 points, 1.6 boards, and 2.1 assists. He went 9 of 44 from the field and 3 of 20 from deep, shooting like he was blindfolded. A shockingly awful first 3, his biggest impact, standing under Isaiah Thomas during a fluke ankle injury. He didn't create, didn't convert, and didn't compete. Somehow the Lakers still won the series. No thanks to him. Coop's finals were so bad, you'd be forgiven for thinking he'd been benched. At least Cooper didn't lose his team in the series. The next guy can't say the same. During the 1989 NBA Finals, in a Pistons sweep, Aguirre managed to go missing. He faced backups like Tony Campbell and Jeff Lamp and still shot 12 for 33 for the entire series. In Games 3 and 4, clinchers, he went 1 for 11, scoring just 4 points total. That's rough for a guy once known as a prolific scorer. His finals par was a dreadful 5.8. Despite Detroit dominating the Lakers, Aguirre was an offensive liability. He didn't attack, didn't draw fouls, only 8 free throws in the whole series, and looked flat out scared to shoot. He got a ring but didn't earn it in the finals. That theme, stars folding under pressure, continues with our next case. In the 1993 NBA Finals, Kevin Johnson was supposed to be Phoenix's floor general, but he played like the moment was too big. He shot just 42.3%, coughed up 4.2 turnovers per game, and had a PER of 9.8. Game 4, fumbled a simple inbounds pass in crunch time, sealing a loss. Game 6, drove into traffic and had his potential game-tying shot spiked. The Bulls won the title, thanks in part to Johnson's late-game blunders. With Barkley carrying the scoring load, Phoenix desperately needed Kevin to steady the ship. Instead, he steered it into a rock. A talented player, but a disastrous finals run. Still, no one blew a bigger moment than the next man on the list. In 1995, Nick Anderson had the finals in his hands. Literally. Game 1, up 3 with 10.5 seconds left, he missed 4 straight free throws, not 2. 4. The Rockets tied it with a 3, 1 in overtime, and swept the series. Anderson shot 36% from the field, a brutal 30% from the line, and posted an 11.4 PER. But this wasn't just about stats. This was about mental collapse. Those misses weren't just bricks. They shattered Orlando's spirit. The Magic never recovered. Anderson never did either. It's the kind of finals failure that haunts careers and alters franchise trajectories. Anderson's choke job was epic. But what if your whole series was that bad? Larry Johnson's nickname was Grandmama. But in the 1999 finals, he played like a real grandma. He shot 14 for 49 from the field and an abysmal 2 for 18 from 3. That's 11% from deep. His PER, a sad 3.9. He averaged 7.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, and had more turnovers than assists. The Knicks got blitzed in 5 games by the Spurs, and LJ's performance did nothing to help. His jump shot was broken, and he couldn't create off the dribble. Once a power scorer, Johnson looked lost. Against elite defense, he folded completely, a finals ghost wandering aimlessly around the perimeter. And somehow, this next guy's shot selection might have been even worse. Stephen Jackson entered the 2003 finals as a crucial piece. He left it a turnover machine. In 6 games, he made 23 shots but committed 26 turnovers, an insane stat for a guy mainly supposed to catch and shoot. He shot just 37.8%, barely got to the line with his 12 attempts on 61 shots, and coughed up possessions at the worst moments. His PER? A lowly 6.7. Game 5 was especially painful. A late turnover killed the Nets' shot to steal a win. Jackson didn't just go cold, he went completely off script, and not in a good way. Speaking of high-volume, low-reward gunners, here comes Kobe Bryant. In the middle of beefing with Shaq, Kobe chose the worst time to play hero ball. The result? A finals faceplant. He shot just 38.1%, had 18 turnovers to 22 assists, and posted a disappointing 14.2 PER. Game 3 summed it up. 20 points on 9 of 19 shooting, with 7 turnovers. Detroit's defense, especially Tayshaun Prince, locked him down. Kobe didn't adjust. He doubled down, forcing tough shots all series long. He averaged 22.6 points, but it felt like empty calories. For someone touted as the next Jordan, he looked more like the Pistons' 6th man. If Kobe's series was bad, the next one was an outright annihilation. LeBron's debut finals in 2007 was a cold splash of reality. Hounded by Bruce Bowen and the Spurs' suffocating defense, he shot 35.6%, averaged 5.8 turnovers, and had a modest 14.3 PER. Game 1 was 4 for 16, just 14 points, and never found a rhythm. The Spurs swept the Cavs with ease, and LeBron looked overwhelmed all series. He couldn't get calls, couldn't create space, and had zero help. This wasn't a one bad game situation. It was a full-on finals flop. For a generational talent, it was a brutal introduction to the sport's biggest stage. Some finals are about greatness. These? They're about who got cooked the worst. In the finals, pressure doesn't build everyone. Sometimes it just breaks them. The no-shows during crucial games. Star players turning ice cold, wild turnovers, brick after brick, and shot charts you'd expect from a pickup game. We saw missed free throws that shattered momentum, shooting splits that made fans groan, and finals efforts that still haunt careers. These moments didn't just cost games, they rewrote legacies. Who had the worst collapse in your eyes, and is there someone who deserves to be on this list, but wasn't? Drop your takes in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unfiltered NBA breakdowns.